Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video we're going to be diving into the Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions palette. Now this was something that you guys wanted me to pick up, so I have picked this up today at Sephora, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a dedicated first impressions videos. I haven't watched any, so this is going to go in flat strap, blindfolded, literally. I've never used a Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette ever in my life, so this is a first impression for basically everything. Now I hope you guys really enjoy this video. Make sure you give this video a like so I know you like these kind of videos, and yeah, let's get into the video. I really just wanted to focus on this palette because a lot of people have been talking about it, and you know, I wanted to try it out because I feel like you guys would love to know my opinion about it before you going out and purchasing it. But today we're going to be talking about the Huda Beauty Warm Bronze Obsessions palette. When I walked into Sephora, I was like, that's it, like that's the size of it, but this is it. It's like this little palette. Like, this is my Zoeva brow book, this is it. So these are the shades here. I think they are super pretty, they are really cool, and I think if you guys don't want to buy like a textured rose gold palette, then, or like the big palettes, this is something that you guys could buy and try out and see if you like the formula. With saying that, I can't compare the formula to the other palettes, but I wish I could. I really like the shades. First off, obviously it is super small, so this would be great for traveling. I think this is an awesome idea, don't get me wrong. I paid $48 Australian, so I'm not too sure how much it would be in the US, but $48 for a little palette. Yes, it has 9 shades, so that's the only reason I'm kind of like, oh, okay, I get it. But it is, I feel like it's pretty pricey for a small palette like this. I could be wrong, it could be friggin' amazing. Let me know if you guys think this is really small, like I do. Like a Suki over here then thinking like, I'm not paying that much money for that, but I did because I wanted to review it. So I'm going to create a look. This is a first impression, so I'm just going to really focus on the eyes and then skip through the rest of my foundation, etc. So if you guys have any questions about the other products that I use, then please leave them down below and I will totally get to them. I am going to take a concealer like I always would, and I'm just going to prep my eye base. Maybelline Fit Me. This has been like one of my new loves. I've kind of like fallen in love with that Fit Me foundation, so I'm like, oh my god, Maybelline, I love it so much. Blend this out with my Real Technique sponge. It's pigmented, that's for sure. Definitely pigmented. What I'm doing though is I'm placing the product, I'm not swirling it around, just because with my experience with shadows that tend to have a lot of kickback, there is a lot of pigment, but when you blend them out, they can go. Wow, there's so much pigment in that. Like, Manny MUA is shaking in his boots. Okay, girl, where's my brush? Always fucking lose. Oh, found it. Found it. Take a clean blending brush, and I'm just going to start buffing out the edges. It's actually really nice, and it blends out really nicely as well. I feel like you just definitely want to place the product down and then blend, rather than coming in and being like, but here is like, there's like little indents on the shadow. I feel like when I look up, I can see a little bit of separation. So it's like really strong and then really strong and then like really, it's kind of lost its pigment in the middle. So I'm just going to go back in and press this in. That pigmentation is amazing. I just want it to stay that pigmented. So if this look doesn't really go well together, then by all means, I'm sorry, but it is the first impression. So I want to try and use as many products as I can. So shade down the bottom here, which is more of a burnt red. And I'm going to just start putting this in my crease to darken that up a little bit. Okay, maybe it's not as dark as I wanted it. That color though, it is separating. So like pigmentation is like on the outside and the inside, but then in the middle it's losing it. Okay. I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying, like, if you're going to spend $48 on a little palette, you want it to work. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm covering all my bases so I don't have anyone come for me. Go in, and I'm going to use this shade here, this gold shade in the middle, which is gorgeous. I was going to do a cut crease, but I really just want to show the shade for how it is. So I'm going to leave that and just leave it as like my inner corner bit. So I'm going to put this down. I'm going to take a little bit of black just because I don't think it looks as dark as I want to. So I'm just going to be taking MAC's Carbon eyeshadow, taking this on a little pencil brush, and I'm just going to be placing this in the outer corner to create just a little bit more depth. And I feel like with these orangey looks, I always need to have a little bit of darkness in there just because you don't want no depth in an eye look, or it just looks like washed out. I'm just going to take one of my e.l.f. makeup removers and put this around my finger to clean up the edging because I want kind of a sharp edge for this look. These shadows are super beautiful. I am going to go in and use this lighter yellow here as well and just pop this above my brow bone. I'm going to go off camera and do my other eye and the rest of my face just because I don't want to sit you guys through like a 12 to 20 minute video, and because I don't like watching them myself. So, you know, like, let's cut to the chase. We'll do the rest of my makeup off camera. If you guys have any questions, like I said, leave them down below and I'll definitely answer them. And then we can come back and overview the palette and talk about some things. Yeah? Okay, cool. Alright guys, I am back with the finished makeup look. Now that I have it all done, I really do like the palette. But I'm going to be real with you guys. I feel like these shades are obviously already everywhere. The Morphe palettes, everything. And I'm not bashing that because she has done a warm shadow palette. I do like the size, to be honest. I think this would be so good for traveling. So, you know what? Like, there is some pros, but there is some cons. That is like everything. I feel like the shades blend really nicely. They do need a lot more work because they are so pigmented. So, I personally wouldn't suggest this to anyone that isn't got experience in makeup. And I'm not trying to sound rude, I'm just saying if you don't know how to blend and you don't know how to work with shadows, sometimes they can be a little intimidating. So I feel like this palette could be a little intimidating. I know it is warm shades, but they are super pigmented, so like you could make one more small move and it's completely gone. Just because I am a makeup artist and I do have experience in makeup, I love them. I feel like I really do like this. There is some issues, but that's just like anything. Anything I buy has issues. I don't always just love something, and it's very rare that I just 100% love an eyeshadow palette because there is a lot that goes into it. But I personally would pick this up if you guys want something for traveling. There is a couple of different shade ranges. But until my next video, guys, I will see you all then. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and when you hit that notification bell button, it means you will be notified of every upload that I upload. I know everyone talks about it, but I don't want you guys to miss me. Okay, until my next video, guys, I'll see you then. Bye.